very auspicious ceremony tonight, Tulasi Saligram Vivaha. So I guess we'll speak about another subject. Let's just chant Jai Radha Madhava. I wanted to speak about another subject right before that, which is called the Katyayani Vrat. So I'm going to teach you all how to do the Katyayani Vrat right before we talk about Tulasi Saligram Vivaha. Thank you. Really? You want to learn how to do the Katyayani Vrat? You're a little old for that. All right. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Malaba Girivaro Dhagore Gopi Jana Malaba Girivaro Dhagore Yasodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tera Vanachalote Yamuna Tera Vanachalote Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopidana Malaguba Girivaro Dhagore Gopidana Malaba Girivaro Dhagore Yasodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tera Vanachalote Yamuna Tera Vanachalote Jaya Radha Madhava kunna bkgoswami. Jai Radho Madhova kunna bkgoswami. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Paravidakacharya Also Teta Satashi Shimad His Divine Grace Sabaya Chatananda Bhaktivedanta Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shidway Gadadha Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radhakrishna Gopa Gopinath Sayam Mukunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavanam Ki Jai Mathuranam Ki Jai Jagannath Swami Ki Jai Yamunamaya Ki Jai Srimati Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Samveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Gaur Premananda Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale. Srimati Bhaktivedanta Samaniti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharni. Nivashesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dejatarni Somagna Timiranda Shah Gananjana Shlakya Chakshuram Meditam Yena Tasmai Shiguravain Mahap. So before we talk about the Tulasi Saligram Vivaha, or marriage ceremony, I wanted to mention something that we are celebrating or commemorating tomorrow, which is called the Katyayani Vrat. For those of you who don't know what that vrat is, it's a vow, particular vow made to the goddess Katyayani. Katyayani is Durga, and she rides on a tigress, and she has a trident, and you worship her according, I'm not saying you should, but in Vrindavan, the gopis worship Katyayani to get a husband, but not just any flesh and blood and ugly husband, but to get Krishna as their husband. So the moral of the story is, for Krishna consciousness, sometimes you can ask the demigods for something to please Krishna, but not for your own purposes. Like you can go to Lord Shiva, who is Param Vaishnava, and you can say, please give me attachment to Lord Ram, because he's always chanting Ram Nam. So the demigods are generally devotees. Some of them are Sakama devotees. But in any case, Katyayani is a pure devotee of Krishna. Another name of Katyayani is Vaishnavi. That means she's a Vaishnava, a lady Vaishnava. So the gopis, they perform this austerity for 30 days. And for those of you who are young girls, not you young boys, don't try it at home. Even though this is the modern world, you know, boys do the same thing as girls, and you don't have to have gender-neutral pronouns for everybody, right? They or it. What's your name? It. So, still... It's true, actually. They do this. So, so therefore, it's for the young girls and not for you mature ladies who have husbands already. Okay? Notice I didn't say old. I said mature. Senior. So, what it is when a girl wants a husband, wants Krishna, you should only want Krishna as your husband. Why would you want anyone else? Just like a waste of time. So anyway, so if this is a tradition in India, if the girl wants a husband, she would perform this austerity of only eating what's called havisha. That means unspiced, unsalted, unghee khichdi. I know I made up a word, ghee. No ghee, no spices, just boiled khichdi, beans, and some vegetables or something like a little rice. And she did it and she got it. Look who she got. Talking about Kachiani Vrat. Did you know that? So anyway, the gopis, they did this for 30 days, and it meant bathing in the river, in the cold river, means without hot water, in the month of December, basically. And then after the whole month, when they came out of the river, someone had stolen their clothes. Who was that? Krishna. Vastrahana. Harana. So Krishna stole their clothes, and he was sitting up there in a tree, and the gopis were, who's taking our clothes? And they saw the clothes hanging there in the tree. And they said to Krishna, give us back our clothes. And Krishna said, you have committed a great offense to the Jamuna River by bathing in such a way, without clothes. You're a great offense. So the only way you can mitigate this offense is by coming out of the water and begging for forgiveness and keeping your hands like this. And so first the gopis objected, and then they came out, and then they got their clothes back. But to make a long story short, that indicates that they were actually married to Krishna. It's interesting, isn't it? It's a Katyayani Vrat. So that starts tomorrow, for those of you who are interested. And it's a very austere performance. So actually we had one girl who did it, and she got her husband right after the month. Wasn't Krishna, though. Unfortunately. It was interesting. I was communicating with another one of my disciples in another different country, and she said, when am I going to get a husband? And I said, you better do Katyayani Vrat. And she said, I'm doing it. And I said, no, I was just joking. Just chant Hare Krishna, please. She said, no, I'm going to do Katyayani Vrat. So that's the Katyayani Vrat. So on the other hand, we're going to talk about another marriage ceremony today and the events that preceded this other marriage ceremony, which is the marriage between Tulasi and Saligram, and how Tulasi became Tulasi, and how Saligram became Saligram. So the story is as follows, and we're not going to start from the very, very beginning because it involves the whole family history of sometimes a person you called Jalandhar, who was a demon, and it involves the whole family history of Tulsi, but I'm going to tell somewhat of the family history. Once upon a time, there were two great devotees who were performing austerities. One devotee was named Dharmadwaja, and the other was Kushadwaja. So Dharmadwaja, he got married to a lady named Madhavi. And she became pregnant. But her pregnancy took 100 years. It's a long time. But not only 100 regular years, it was 100 celestial years. How long is that? Long time. That shows we should be patient in Krishna consciousness. Utsahan nisyaya daryat tatat karma bhavartanat. Right? It may take 100 celestial years to become Krishna conscious. So anyway, after some period of time, an expansion of Lakshmi was born, and it's described, her name was Tulsi Devi, and her features were as follows. She had lotus flowers imprint on the foot. Her eyes were like lotus petals. Her lips were like bimba fruit, that means red, reddish. Her palms were red. The soles of her feet were red. The navel was deep. Had 3 folds in her body, like Krishna has 3 folds, and she was complexion like the champaka flower. So Tulsi was a great devotee of Lord Narayan. And she really wanted to marry Lord Narayan in this particular lifetime. Now, we'll talk about her history in a second. So she went to Badrinath to perform austerities to get Krishna as her husband. And so for 100,000 celestial years, she was performing austerities in Badrinath. And here's the austerities, really interesting. 20,000 years, fruits and water. 30,000 years, dry leaves. 40,000 years, air. 10,000 years, nothing. And then 1 leg she was standing on. It's a lot harder than Katyayani Vrat, which only takes place for 1 month. So, who came at that point? Not Krishna, but Lord Brahma came. And Lord Brahma explained to her who she was, that is, what her ontological position was. He said that in the past, you were a gopi in the spiritual world. That's actually who you are, but right now you've come to the material world. And you were a partial expansion of Srimati Radharani. Krishna got a little friendly with you. And Radharani showed her man. So man means her anger. Like Radharani, she gets very jealous sometimes. So one may say, isn't this a fault? Because normally we find with the qualities of a conditioned soul, isn't it? Kama, krodha, mada, matsarya. Jealousy, right? I remember there was one couple that just got married, and the man was just talking to another lady, asking her the time of the day. And the lady said, I'm going to scratch her eyes out. That was mundane. I said, please don't do that. It got me in the middle. I deal with conflicts, though, all the time. But Radharani's jealousy is to give pleasure to Krishna. It's not motivated by this concept of I and mine, like our jealousy is motivated by I and mine. Like if someone touches my computer, I get really upset. There's a sannyasi's attachment. It's mine. Don't go near my computer or my car. So, but Radharani is doing it because she wants to give Krishna pleasure. It is Leela. Leela means a pastime, a play. The Rasa Leela is a play. Interesting, I was reading one commentary about the Rasa Leela, and it says the Rasa Leela is still going on today. It continues to go on, but we can't see it. It's a prakrita, unmanifest to us. So, it's Leela. Just like children playing little games and things like that. It's not serious like envy in this material world. So Radharani got very angry with her, and she cursed Tulsi to take birth in India. And Lord Brahma said to Tulsi at this particular point, you will not marry Krishna right away. First, you're going to marry this person called Shankachuda in Jalandhar. You know, these are different names of the same person. And in the previous life, he was Sudam. And he was attracted to you. And as a result, he got cursed to come down into this material world to get married to you. And so both of you are something called Jati Smarana. Jati Smarana means people who can remember their past lives. Like you have Bharat Maharaj, when he became a deer, he remembered that he was Bharat Maharaj after he became a deer. So sometimes you find people like that. So this Shankachuta is performing austerities to get you as his wife. So there's men have to do austerities too, get a proper wife. No, I won't say that joke. About after marriage is also austerity. But anyway, that's another point. So people have to do austerities to achieve anything in this world. I mean, even to be successful in the business field or in some occupation, you have to go to the university, you have to perform austerities. Life is full of austerities. But if one performs austerities to become Krishna conscious, then those same austerities, just like a devotee was asking me yesterday, he said, your life is, a lot of austerities, a lot of struggle. I said, no, it's very blissful. The austerities are actually traveling all over the place, doing this and that, helping people. It's ecstatic. I wouldn't exchange it for anything else. What else would I do? Go to Cancun and sit on the beach and I mean, I feel pretty bored there, At least my life is not boring. The devotees make sure it's not. So so he performed anyway. So he's performing austerities. And Lord Brahma even said, in the future, you will curse Narayan and Narayan will curse you. And you become a Tulsi. So all this was predicted by Lord Brahma. And Tulsi asked Lord Brahma, please, I want to become free of fear of Srimati Radharani. I want to be able to serve her. And now I'm afraid of her because she cursed me. And so Lord Brahma initiated her into the 16-syllable Radha mantra. And in this way, Lord Brahma said that you become dear to Radha and then you will be able to marry Narayan. So in this way, she lost her fear. So then, Tulsi was worshiping Radharani for 12 years in such a way. But after that point, this pastime started to manifest in her heart. And Kamadev took over her consciousness. Who was Kamadev? Cupid. Just like in February, you have Kamadev Day. February, right? 14th of February, am I right? I don't celebrate. I just go somewhere by myself and chant 64 rounds on that day. So anyway, so Kamadev just affected her. She saw Sankachuta Jalangar in her dreams, and she started crying, just being attracted to him. Amazing, isn't it? How strong Krishna's illusory energy is, that she's worshiping Radharani. And of course, this is pastime, okay. But we can see how strong Krishna's energy is. She's worshiping Radharani, and all of a sudden, what does they say? Like when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. I don't know if anyone's heard that song before. It's something like that, full moon. So she was crying, I want him. So in the meantime, previous to this, Shankachuta was born, not at the same time, but previous, to give a little bit of history. There's Kashyapa Muni, and Kashyapa Muni has a very interesting family. Some of his wives are demons, and some of them are devotees. Aditi, Danu, like this. So he has a child by Danu, and that child is named Ripachiti, and his son was Damba. But they were devotees of Vishnu. So Damba went to the Pushkara forest to worship Lord Brahman. He was chanting, and the demigods all got worried, and they blessed him with an invincible son who will, let's say, so then the wife of Damba then became pregnant, and Sudam was born. His name was Shankachuta at that point. And he performed austerities, and Lord Brahma appeared to him and said, you will be invincible. No one will be able to defeat you. Even Lord Shiva will not be able to defeat you. These two boons will protect you. One is an amulet I am giving you, and the other one is your wife. You're going to get married to Tulsi Devi. So he finds out where Tulsi Devi is. He goes to where Tulsi Devi is, and he says, we're supposed to get married. And Tulsi Devi tests him. Tulsi Devi says, you can't trust ladies. I may be beautiful, but, you never know. There's a lot of things that are beautiful that are really not nice. It's not that you can judge things always by the cover. You can't even judge a book by the cover. You can't judge a person. Sometimes, like the demigods and the demons, they were churning the ocean of milk, and then the nectar came, and the demigods stole the nectar. And Krishna appeared as Mohini Murti, right? And she said to the demons, you can't trust me. And the demons said, yeah, we trust you. You're beautiful. Why not? Real intelligence when one actually loses their brain. You're beautiful. I can trust you. Anyway, no comment. So Tulsi tests Shankachuta in that way, and Shankachuta understands it's a test, and he said, don't worry, you're not like this. You're of a better, higher quality, because Lord Brahma sent me. So let's get married immediately. And Shankachuta's marriage with Tulsi was a Gandharva marriage. Real quick, easy, nice, no fire sacrifice, no crowd, no prasadam, cheap, right? It was Gandharva. You just exchange garlands. Just be careful who you give a garland to, because you may find yourself married to them. Shantanu did the same thing with Ganga. He trusted her. Oh, I will never disagree with her. She's so cute. And then she goes and throws all the kids into the river. So be careful. Be careful. I mean, it's just like, oh my God. No, I won't tell this story. So, be careful. You can't judge things at first. You have to be very careful in life. Just like, all right, I will tell the story. Just like from Krishna book, the story of Palambasura. He looked like a coward boy. And then he carried Balaram away. And what did Balaram say? My, how this carrier has changed. So, cautious. So anyway, so he says, the Lord Brahma sent me, so let's get married. So they got married. And then it was predicted in the future you'll get Krishna as your husband. So the couple enjoys their kingdom for 300,000 years. And they get complete control of the whole universe. All the demigods are worshiping them. Really happy life. And then the demigods, they go to Lord Brahma. Brahma goes to Shiva. Then they all go to Vaikuntha. And Lord Narayan says, this is what's going to happen. Don't worry. He explains the past of Shankachuta, why Sudama was cursed. The reason Sudama was cursed is he was cursed by Radharani. Because when Krishna flirted with another girl, Viraja, Radharani got upset, and Sudama said, don't get upset with Krishna. He's my friend. And Radharani said, therefore, you're acting like a demon, so I curse you to become a demon. That's how he got cursed to come to the material world. So, anyway, so then there's going to be a fight between the demigods and the demons headed up by Shankachuta. And Narayan, Lord Narayan, gives his trident to Lord Shiva to kill Shankachuta. He explains to him that I am going to take the jewel away, the amulet, and I'm going to be disguised as a Brahmin, and I'm going to violate the chastity of Tulsi Devi. And so don't worry, you're going to be able to kill Shankachuta. Even though he has this benediction, he can never be killed as long as the amulet is there, as long as his wife's chastity is there. So Shiva gets ready, Lord Shiva gets ready to attack. Then Shankachuta accepts the challenge, and there's Lord Shiva. Kartikeya, the Vasus, Aditya, Indra, Agni, everybody from the demigods, Bhadrakali, and Shankachuta says, I'm going to fight these demigods. He says, don't worry, in the future, even if I'm killed, we'll get to go back to the spiritual world and be with Radha and Krishna together. But she's more emotional. Shankachuta is, really cool-headed about the whole thing, isn't he? But, like ladies tend to be a little more emotional. Sorry about that. So, I get in trouble. So they tend to be more emotional, but he's real cool. Don't worry, it's going to happen. She's not. She's like, oh my God, no, I don't want it to happen. But she's really attached. So he comes out to see Lord Shiva, to fight with Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva explains to him his past. He said, you are a Vaishnava, and eventually you go back to the spiritual world. And he chastises Lord Shiva and says, don't favor the demigods. Then the war begins. The demigods get defeated in the beginning. And then Kartikeya and Kali enter the battle. And Kali, but it's Bhadrakali, of course, not Kali Yuga, hurls all sorts of weapons, but all of them fail. So Shankachuta does not fire any weapons at her. So, because he's respecting, this is a lady. So the Kali finally gets the ultimate trident ready, but she hears a voice, and the voice says, Lord Brahma has given this benediction, so you can't kill him, or you shouldn't kill him. So most of the demons got killed at that point, except for some that were crawling out of Kali's mouth. This is a story from the Puranas. Don't blame me. And then Lord Shiva enters the battle, and Shankachuta offers obeisances, and for 1 year they fight. And Lord Shiva grabs his trident, and he also hears a heavenly voice that tells him to stop. So Lord Shiva says, Vishnu, please help. And Lord Vishnu agrees to help, and then he takes the form of an old Brahmin, and he begs from Shankachuta, who happens to be a Vedic demon, the amulet that he has. You see this often where people, let's say they give charity, like you have Karna like that, who was asked in charity for his amulets and his earrings and everything like that by Indra, and he gives it. So there's a sense of chivalry, a sense of keeping one's promise. So Shankachuta gives up his amulet, and then he finally goes to Tulsi's place, and he says, basically, this is the final battle, and Tulsi knows what's going to happen at this particular. She has some premonition at this particular point. So then he goes and fights Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva and he are fighting. Meantime, Lord Vishnu takes the form of Shankachuta and goes to Tulsi's palace and says, we had just what they call a draw. It was an even match. And Lord Brahma broke up the fight, so I'm coming home to see you. And he embraces, had a relationship with Tulsi. And that's it for Shankachuta's invulnerability. So Lord Shiva fires his trident, which is called Vijay. And this trident is 100 suns bright, 14,000 cubits long. Cubits are like this. So 14,000 and 100 cubits wide. And Shankachuta sees it coming, and he very coolly, see the whole time, the point is Shankachuta is very cool-headed about the whole thing. He sits down in a yoga posture, meditates on Krishna's face, and he dies. And his bones are tossed in the sea, and the bones become conchas. It says that holy water in conchas is sacred like the sacred river. You offer conch water to Lord Vishnu. It's not offered to Lord Shiva, according to the Vedic literatures. And a conch blown indicates Lakshmi is there. Except when people who are not qualified, like mlechas, blow a conch, what happens? Lakshmi gets annoyed and goes somewhere else. So if you're not strictly following, at least the four regulative principles, and you blow on a conch, watch out. Check your cyber coins. That's an inside joke. you're in trouble. So, in other words, your life is not going to be so fortunate. So stay away from conch shells, unless you're Krishna conscious. So anyway, so the conch actually indicates Hari and Lakshmi are there, and all inauspicious things disappear. So then Sudama regains his original form and goes back to home, back to Godhead. Radha and Krishna are very happy to receive him. And Tulsi discovers this deception. She says, "Who are you? I'm going to curse you." So Lord Vishnu says, "It's me, Lord Vishnu." He just appears as Lord Vishnu in that form. "You are like a stone." She says, "You are like a stone. You are merciless. You violated my chastity by deception. And by this means you have killed my husband. O Lord, you are merciless. Yes, your heart is like a stone. Therefore I curse you to become a stone. Those who call you holy are undoubtedly wrong. Your devotee committed no offense, and yet for the sake of others you killed him. Why?" And then there's a long story, and we have to get going with the fire sacrifice. So I was only supposed to speak for 20 minutes. But anyway, and so Lord Vishnu explains this whole particular pastime, how she will appear as the Tulsi tree, and also your body will also become known as the famous river known as the Gandaki River, which washes the Shaligram Shilas, and that Gandaki River is in Nepal right now. And the trees that will be born of her will be known as Tulsi tree, and all the residents of the three worlds will worship the Tulsi tree. So actually, there's a lot more information in the Puranas about the blessings that Tulsi Devi gives if one drinks the Tulsi water at the time of death. It says one will go right to home, back to Godhead. Fortunately, by Krishna's grace, actually by the grace of Tulsi Devi, Tulsi Devi Dasi, my mother got a chance to drink Tulsi water right when she was leaving this world. And so, wow, it's celebration. Devotees asked me, should we express our condolences? I said, no, let's have a celebration, because she's gone back to the world, and I'm still here. That should be your condolence. You offer condolences because of my situation, not because of her situation. So, anyway, there's so many benedictions. So whoever plucks a Tulsi leaf and keeps it on his person and leaves his body in a holy place goes to Vishnu Loka. Anyway, we don't have time to talk about all the different benedictions. If anyone's interested, they can write me and I'll send it to them, but I got hundreds of different benedictions. And then there is different descriptions of the Shaligram Shilas. Those who have different markings on them are known as this type of Shaligram Shila or that type of Shaligram Shila, and the different benedictions of worshiping the Shaligram Shilas. And so today we are commemorating the marriage of Tulsi and Shaligram Shila, and we're going to have this nice marriage ceremony to indicate this. Today I was looking at some of the videos of how the other temples were celebrating, and one temple actually had like a whole figure with a Shaligram as the head. And it was really interesting. And Tulsi Devi was a whole lady with, it was actually tall, like 6 feet tall. And they had like a whole mandap and everything like that. It's really interesting, this particular ceremony. So it's very auspicious to see this ceremony. And what can I say? I mean, by having Tulsi Devi and Shaligram Shila, and one goes back to Godhead. And we're so fortunate. We have Tulsi Devi growing here, and by the mercy of the devotees, we have a nice greenhouse where Tulsi Devi grows. And every day we're able to offer Tulsi manjaris and Tulsi leaves to our deities, Sri Sri Radhagolokananda, and my deities of Govardhan Shilas. So I'm very fortunate to have Tulsi Davis Association. So thank you very much, and hopefully I didn't take up too much time. And so Vikashananda Krishna Prabhu will be performing the sacrifice, so we invite everybody to participate. And tomorrow you're going to start the Katyayani Vrat. Okay, all glories to His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Haribol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, you give him mic.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so take that mic out. Oh, watch out for the circles.
Watch out for 7 circles.
Okay.
His Grace Gopinath Acharya Prabhu asked me to invite all of you all to connect with him because next Sunday, and I forgot the time, but it seemed later than usual. The hills will be in the hill at 5? 4, okay. So we got to meet there at 4? Okay, there he is. It starts at 4. So, okay, what time do we need to meet to get the cart together? And 2. So we're having our, it's called Hillsborough Light Up the Night Christmas Parade. They have it downtown every year. And we're going to be in that with our Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra. So we're going to have a little mini Rath Yatra in the parade. And it's always very successful. And distributing prasadam and, chanting and like that. It's quite lovely. So please come and meet at 2, and I'm sure Prabhu will send more information out. And then the following Saturday, the same week, we'll do the same thing in Cary, and there'll be information about that as well. And that's on December 9th. So the 3rd, which is next Sunday, and then at the end of the week, which is December 9th. So mark those on your calendars. We can get together and celebrate Rath Yatra. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can come back and have prasadam when everything's finished downtown. Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. So, just a couple of points before we get started. So, Rishikesh Prabhu here is drawing these wonderful 7 circles, and these circles are going to be used for the Saptapadi, which is coming up towards the end. And right now, if I may only ask, please just kind of stay away from the 7 circles so that they don't get disturbed. That would be really helpful. Thank you. The other thing is that there's some echo. Yeah. So the other thing is that we can occupy the space where you see, because we'll have more devotees coming in. So you can occupy some space over there. And here it's already crowded, so maybe you can spread out a bit. So if I may request the devotees who are behind me, maybe we can just spread out so that way everybody can get to see the wonderful ceremony that we are going to have. So we are going to go ahead and get started with Milini. Milini is basically where we are going to invite the parents of Tulsi Maharani, representatives. Are they around here? Are they all ready? Okay. So we're going to start off with that. And the parents of Tulsi Maharani will first come. And then once they come out, then we will request the bridegroom to actually come out. And the mother of Tulsi Maharani will actually welcome him by offering a ghee lamp and kind of doing like an aarti of Saligram ji. It's a custom, it's a tradition, where somebody who's coming, they get to be welcomed in that way. And then after that, we'll welcome Tulsi Maharani. and then we'll have them seated, and then we'll get started with the yajna, with the procedure. Before we get started, let's quickly recite the first 5 verses of Brahma Samhita. Srila Prabhupada instructed us that when we do some kind of yajnas and things like that, Brahma Samhita is to be chanted. And so we'll chant the first 5 verses. We can all chant together in unison, everybody. Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Chintamani Prakara Sadmashukalpa Vraksha Lakshavrateshu Surabhi Abhipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shatasam Brahma Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kvanantam Aravinda Dalayatakszam Varahavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kala Sadavanamalya Vanshi Ratnangadam Pranayakeli Kala Vilasam Shyamam Tribanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vritti Manti Pashyanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmay Sadujjvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. First 5 verses. Okay, and if we can have somebody lead a kirtan while the process ceremony is going on, that will be wonderful. It's going to be very sweet. So somebody can perhaps lead soft kirtan in going on while the ceremony goes on. It makes it very sweet. Who's leading? You're leading? Okay, soft. And Prabhu, there'll be a time when I'll ask you to stop and start. Okay, so we'll get kirtan going, and so with that, right now, let us all pay our attention to the parents of Tulasi Maharani. And let's welcome the parents of Tulsi Maharani. Let's welcome. Are they here? Are they here? Where are they? Yeah. Please come. Hariva! Please come. And you can take a seat right there. No, not here, not here. Over there. Yeah. Yeah, you can take a seat right there. And Prabhu, you'll be on the left. Mataji, you'll be on the left.
Yeah, feedback.
Okay. And so, Mataji, yeah.
I think it's okay. We're gonna scoot.
And now, it's customary, it's tradition that we are going to now invite the bridegroom. And when the bridegroom comes out, the mother of Tulsi Maharani will welcome him. This is part of Milani. So, at this point of time, let us first request Saligram ji and his representative to please come and join the ceremony. Devotees, Saligram ji is here. Let's offer obeisances. You can get a garland. Get a garland. Prabhuji, please come and stand here. Prabhuji, offer him a garland. And you welcome. Haribo!
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna,
Hold on. You'll offer Charanamrita to him.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
कालमृत्युहरणं
Rama,
सर्वव्याधिविनाशनं
Rama
विष्णुपादं
Rama,
तीर्त्वा शीर्षं
Hare
धारयामि अहम्
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Now you are Gandharva married.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Not right now, not right now, not right now. Right now it has to be on the right. Later we will exchange.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Then you take out the basket, put him in there.
Hare Krishna
Not now.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare.
Dear devotees, now it is time for the bride to come out. This part is called Darshan. This is where we request Tulsi Maharani to come out and give her darshan. And while she's coming out, let us all welcome her with full heart, chanting loudly the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and offering obeisances to her. Is Tulsi Maharani ready? Okay, let's bring her. Dear devotees, pay obeisances to Tulsi Maharani. Haribol!
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Om Asya Karmana
Hare
Punyam Bhavantu
Hare.
Bhavantu Om Punyam Om Punyam Om
Hare
Punyam
Rama
Om Asya Karmana Swasti Bhavantu Bhavantu
Hare
Ayushman Swasti
Rama.
Ayushman Swasti Om Swasti
Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Om Asya Karmana Riddhim Bhavantu Bhavantu Om Riddhyatam Om Riddhyatam Om Riddhyatam Om Swasti no Govindo Swasti no Achyutananto Swasti no Vasudevo Vishnur Dadhatu Swasti no Narayano Naro Vai Swasti no Padmanabha
Hare Krishna,
Purushottamo Dadhatu Swasti no
Hare Krishna,
Vishwaksheno Vishveshwara
Krishna
Swasti no Rishikesho
Hare
Anirdadhatu Swasti no
Hare
Vedatyo Harihi
Hare
Swasti no
Rama,
Anjana Suto Bhagavato Dadhatu Swasti Swasti Sumangale Kesho Mahan Sri Krishna Sachidananda Ganaha Sarveshwaro Dadhatu Saligramji's parents. Your parents, ready?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Mataji.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
We are now going to
Hare
request the parents of
Rama,
Saligramji to please come and join the ceremony.
Hare Rama,
Hari Bol!
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Over to Tulsi Maharaj. And your father, where is your father?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Okay.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
So we are going to do Achaman now. You have an Achaman cup in front of you. You have an Achaman cup there. And you should have Achaman cup. Oh, one more. Oh, nice.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Take a few drops of water in your right hand. Take a few drops of water in your right hand. And hold. Prabhu. Take water in your right hand. Right. Repeat after me.
Hare
Om
Krishna,
Pavitrova,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Sah Bhaiya,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
One more. We are going to do 3 times. Om Pavitro Pavitro Va Sarvavastam Gato Api Va Yasmaret Pundari Kaksham Sah Bhaiya Abhyantaraha Suchihi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
One more.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Om Pavitro Pavitro Va
Hare Rama,
Sarvavastam Gato Api Va
Rama Rama,
Yasmaret Pundari Kaksham
Hare Hare,
Sah Bhaiya Abhyantaraha Suchihi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu. Take some water in your right hand, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Everybody take a little bit of rice and put it on the water.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
No, no, not that, not that. Not that, Prabhu, not that. Only rice, only rice. Om Om Tat Sat Sri Govindo 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 Ashyam Shubhatito Achyuta Gotraha Vikasananda Krishna Dasa. Please say your name, everybody. Say your name. Say your name.
Hare Krishna,
Vivaha
Hare
Samskar
Krishna,
Karishyami. And drop it on the floor like that.
Krishna,
Yeah.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Om Asrayeti
Rama,
Raja Hampad. Om Apagachantu
Rama
Devuta.
Rama, Hare
Hare. ओम अपगच्छन्तु ते भूता ये भूता भूवि संस्थितः ये भूता भुग्न कर्तारः ते गच्छन्ति यज्ञया हरिः
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
For your left hand.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
You can leave it here. Actually, probably you can take it inside.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So, dear devotees, now we are going to do Kanyadan. Kanyadan is which is also known as giving away of the bride. And this is where the parents of Tulsi Maharani will give their daughter's hand in the hand of the bridegroom. It's a very, very sweet ceremony. And so for this, if I may request the parents of Tulsi Maharani, please stand up and come on her right side. And you both please stand up and come on Saligramji's left side. Watch out for the white circles. Okay. Now you take Tulsi Maharani's right hand and you put both your hands on top like that. On top, yeah. And like that, correct. Not your left hand, only right hand. And now Saligramji, your hand will go like this, as if you're receiving. So the parents of Tulsi Maharani are giving and you're receiving. And the parents of Saligramji, your hand goes underneath as well. You're receiving this wonderful, wonderful Tulsi Maharani. Hari Bol! Now the father of Tulsi Maharani, please repeat after me. Today, I select Shriman Saligramji as a suitable husband to whom I shall give my daughter, Srimati Tulsi Devi, in sacred marriage. Hari Bol! Now, take a few flowers and put it on their hand, Tulsi Maharani and Saligramji's hand. Are there any other flowers around here? Yeah, we have more flowers. Sure. जब ceremony होता है तो. And put a few flowers on their hand, both of them. Yes. And you can put a few grains of rice also. There was some rice here. Yeah, put some grains of rice. Now, dear devotees, here comes the question. Please pay attention. Shriman Saligramji, do you accept Srimati Tulsi Devi as your wife and promise to protect her in material and spiritual life and to remain faithful without divorce? Usually you say, yes, I accept. Hari Bol! Now similar question for you, Tulsi Maharani. Srimati Tulsi Devi, do you accept as your suitable husband, Shriman Saligramji, and do you promise to assist him in his material and spiritual life to be chaste and faithful without divorce? Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! You take a few drops of water on their hand, sprinkle it on their hand. Om Narayana Vidmahe Vasudeva Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Mahadevyai Cha Vidmahe Vishnu Patne Cha Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat. Now, you parents can please take a seat. Do we have any additional garlands? Do we have any additional garlands? Is that the only garland? We need two. Do we have one more? नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं. You're making? Oh, Mataji, it's okay. We're going to need it now. It's okay. We can do an exchange of their garlands. Okay? Okay. So Saligramji and Tulsi Maharani, please stand up. You can put those flowers on the floor like that. Please stand up. And this would be the time When Saligram ji, you can actually put him in the basket like that. Yeah. And so you put him in the basket and leave him on the table. Leave him on the table like that. Just leave him on the table. Leave him on the table for now. Just stand up. Yeah, just leave him, put him on the, it's okay. It's okay, just, okay. Yeah. Oh, the necklace is there, okay. Yeah. And dear devotees, now they are going to exchange the garlands. As Maharaj was explaining, this is how the Gandharva Vivaha is done. What we do is in our Vedic ceremony, we do all kinds of Vivaha just so that the bond is sealed. So, you would now do the exchange of the garlands. It is also known as Jaimal in some parts of the world. So face each other, and Tulsi Maharani, you first, you take your garlands in your hand. You first, take your garlands. Tulsi Maharani, you will first garland Saligram ji. Hari Bol. And Saligram ji will now Hari Bol. Hari Bol. And now Tulsi Maharani will circumambulate Saligram ji 7 times. So you please pick up Saligram ji. And you please pick up Tulsi Maharani. And devotees in the back, just give a little bit of room so that she can circumambulate. And Prabhu, is there enough room for her to go in the front of you? Maybe step a bit back and you can take out that seat. Yeah. So now you go around in clockwise 7 times. Om Swastino Govindo Swastino Achyutananto Swastino Vasudevo Vishnurdadhatu Swastino Narayano Narovai Swastino Padmanabha Purushottamo Dadhatu Swastino Vishwakshveno Vishveshwaraha Swastino Rishikesho Hari Dadhatu Swastino Kesho Swastino Venatiyo Hari Swastino Anjana Suto Anur Bhagavato Dadhatu Swasti Sumangala Keshu Mahan Shri Krishna Satchidananda Ghana Sarveshwara Dadhatu
Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
So now, as you may have noticed, Tulsi Maharani was sitting on the right side of Saligram. Now, they are going to exchange their seats. The position of the wife is on the left side of the husband. And so now that they have exchanged garlands, she is circumambulated. The Kanyadan has happened. Pani Grahan has also happened. And now they are going to exchange seats. This is another significant moment in this entire ceremony. Dear devotees, let's please see them exchanging seats. Hari Bol.
Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo Ramo.
Okay. And now we are going to do Sindur Dan. Can you give it to Saligram? Now in this Sindur Dan, the husband applies this kumkum, this is this nice little red powder, on the part of the hair of the bride. It is a wonderful ornament that decorates a married woman. And so that's the ceremony that's going to happen now. I'm going to recite this mantra, And while I'm going to recite, you will take a couple of pinches and apply it on her part, on her hair. Om Sindhureva Pradvane Sughanasho Vata Pramiyaha Patayanti Yavaha Grahastasya Dhara Arusho no Vaji Kashta Bhindan Urmibihi Pinvamanaha. Done? Okay. Okay, so now we are going to start the fire sacrifice, and then the few other steps will follow. So let's start soft kirtan, please. Sanat Kumaru Kama Tu Deva Dhyaya Shirsa Mam Pati Deva Helana Devarshi Varya Purushachana Tarat Kurmo Hari Mam Nirayad Sheshat Om Prajapati Vishnu Rishi Prati Chanda Sri Vishnu Sapane Viniyoga Om Bhurva Swa
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Om Yojaka Namagneya Gachagni Tvam Yojaka Namasi Avayami Stapayami Prabhu Kripa Swagatam Kuru
Hare Hare, Hare
Ling Hridaya Namaha
Rama,
Krishna Shirase Swaha Govindaya Shikaya Vasad Gopijana Vallabhaya Hom
Rama,
Vallabhaya Nitram Vasate Om
Hare
Vastraya Fard
Hare Krishna.
Deepar Shire Vahi Dashantarama Bhupetya Deepa Iti Virutu Hetu Samana Dharma Yastyatra Vishnu Taya Vibhati Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare.
Esha Dhupa Yojaka Namage Namaha.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Esha
Krishna,
Deepa Namaha.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Esha Gandha Yojaka Namage Namaha.
Krishna Krishna.
Idam gandha pushpam yojaka namagne namaha. Idam naivedyam yojaka namagne namaha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Idam ashwini yojaka namagne
Hare
namaha.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo.
Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suryo Divya Chakshuratatam Tad Viprasho Vivanyavo Jagram Sa Samindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam Om Krishna Va Satchidananda Ganaha Krishna Adi Krishna Purushotamaha Krishna Sahahu Karmadi Moolam Krishna Saha Sarvai Karyaha Krishna Kasham Krat Ajisho Mukhya Prabhu Pujya Krishna Vanadis Tasmin Ajanantar Bhaiye Tan Mangalam Labhate Kriti Aham Makatyor Aham Yagya Swadham Aham Aushadam Aham Mantro
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare.
Om Prabhu Aniruddha Prashubha Yajna Patim Bhagaya Pata Sarva Bhuta Saha Keta O Ketam Na Punatu Vagisha Vacham Na Swadadhatu
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Om Bhuswaha Idam Vishnavedam Namama Om Bhuvaswaha Idam Achyutaidam Namama Om Swaswaha Idam Naranaidam Namama Om Bhurvaswaswaha Idam Anantaidam Namama So now we are going to do the Mangala Charan and you are going to offer these grains that are in front of you. So you got, maybe some can be passed around over there. And what you can do, because you are sitting in that position, just give an empty bowl to them. Prabhu, just give them an empty bowl. Do you have the grains and everything? You both have them? So when I say swaha, you are going to take a little bit and put it in the empty bowl. At the end of that, you can take all the ingredients from that bowl and put it in the fire. Since you are closer, maybe you can come a little close. And we would like to... Can you give me that almonds and kaju? What is it? Edible? The pecan. So we just take one of this. And the dry fruits over there. Okay. Just keep here. Yeah. So you can come forward a little bit. You have some room. That order for the rajma. You can give me rajma. Okay. Now you can reach the fire. How about you two? You can reach the fire? Okay. So we're going to do the Mangala Charan. When I'm going to say Swaha, you're going to offer. And you know how to offer? These two fingers with your thumb. Yeah. And you can just offer it like that. Okay. Okay. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Idam Gurave Swaha Idam Namama Swaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Swaha Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsta Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganar Gunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Swaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swame Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Swaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Krapabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Swaha Madhurojvala Premadhya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Sri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhapa Dhvanta Harine Swaha Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambode Padambujayate Namaha Swaha Namo Bhakta Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Swaha Gaura Bhivara Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Sri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Swaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Swaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tuse Namaha Swaha Panchatattvam Makam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Swaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Swaha Jayatam Suruto Pangor Mama Mandir Mater Gati Matsarvasya Padambujau Radha Madana Mohanau Swaha Divya Dvindaranya Kalpadrumadaha Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanastau Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prishthalibihi Sevya Mano Smarami Swaha Sriman Rasa Rasa Rambhi Vamsi Vatas Tatasitaha Karshan Venu Swaner Gopir Gopi Nathaya Sretunaha Swaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Swaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha. Okay, so now we are going to do the Saptapadi. This is taking the 7 steps, and as you take the 7 steps, you are actually requesting a prayer for your wife. So you can keep the bowls on the floor, and you both can stand up. And Tulsi Maharani, you'll go back behind the first circle in the back, behind the first one. Not in the first one, behind the first one. Please make some room for them to go. And Saligram, you will be on her right hand side. Yes, Tulsi, please. You should take Tulsi also. Take Tulsi as well. Yeah, Saligram should also go. On the right. Yes, thank you. So, Tulsi Devi, please place your right foot into the circle. Only the right foot into the circle. And Saligramji, please repeat after me. Ma, Vama, Padena, Dakshina, Padam, Akrama. This means don't let your left foot cross beyond the right. Don't let your left foot cross beyond the right. Now, Tulsi Devi, please completely step into the circle, into the first one. And Saligramji, please say, Om Ekam Ishe Vishnus Tva Nayatu. May Sri Vishnu lead you to strength. Now step in the second circle with your right foot first. Oh, you should come forward too. Yeah. Om Dve Urje Vishnus Tva Nayatu. May Sri Vishnu lead you to power. Now take the third step. Right foot first, take third circle. No, both foot should come. Okay. Now bring the left also. Okay. Now for the third one. Om Trini Vrataya Vishnus Tva Nayatu. May Sri Vishnu lead you to uphold your vows. Now the fourth step, fourth circle, both steps, yeah. Om Chatvari Mayo Bhavaya Vishnus Tva Nayatu. May Sri Vishnu lead you to happiness. Now the next circle. Om Pancha Pashubhyo Vishnus Tva Nayatu. May Sri Vishnu lead you to plenty of cows. Cows are very, very auspicious, and it also indicates abundance of wealth and opulence. Now take the sixth step. Om Shat Rayas Poshaya Vishnus Tva Nayatu. May Sri Vishnu lead you to increase your spiritual wealth. And the seventh step. Om Sapta Saptabhyo Hotrabhyo Vishnus Tva Nayatu. May Sri Vishnu lead you to maintain the 7 sacrifices. Om Sakha Saptapadi Bhava Sakhyam Te Gamayam Sakhyam Te Ma Yoshaha Sakhyam Te Ma Yoshtaha. Be my companion for life, fixed in 7 vows. May I attain companionship with you. Do not break this vow. Haribol! Please come back to your seats. Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama Om Bhuva Swa Swaha Idam Achyuta Idam Namama Om Swa Swaha Idam Narayana Idam Namama Om Bhuva Swa Swaha Idam Ananta Idam Namama. You can take all these samples, put it inside the pujari room. This is all prasadam. We'll distribute later. So, dear devotees, we are almost nearing the end of the ceremony. And at this point of time, we will do the Vaishnava Homa. And the nice thing about this is everybody who wishes to participate can participate. So we have a few grains right here. Prabhu has it in the big bowl. You can show it to everybody. And so for those who would like to offer these grains, you can come forward on the right side, on my left side here, maybe behind the parents, behind myself. And please be sure that you take the grains and using your middle two fingers and your thumb in this formation like a cow. I've seen this formation on the Bharatnatyam dancers. Is that right? The Bharatnatyam dancers. This is correct, isn't it? I've seen, and when I saw this, I remembered this is how you take grains and